Welcome back to Melbourne Vibe, guys. The setup looked quite different, doesn't it? Because today I'm going to read all the comments and answer all those comments in this video. All the comments that has repeated itself, like can I pay my tuition fees while I come there as a student, or can I pay my loan after I complete my graduation or post-graduation? Which is the cheapest university? So these are the questions that had repeated itself at least 100 times now. So we're making a video addressing those questions that has repeated itself a lot of times. So check it out. So before we get started, obviously I'm not going to go through that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You guys know, subscribe, like and share our videos because we are making videos to help people. Having said that, we are a community of 4,000 people. 4,000 people who wants to come to Australia. More than that, 125,000 people who have viewed our videos who are going to come to Australia. So most importantly, when you comment or when you read the comments, if you know an answer to any of those questions, we would really appreciate if you can answer it, because ultimately we want to build a community of international students, and later on when you guys are going to be all across the world, we have to stay in touch. Obviously we will be reviewing your answers because we want to make sure that all the information that comes from this source, which is Melbourne Vibe, is authentic and real. Moving forward to the video. So I'm going to read one by one all the comments that have repeated itself. The first one a lot of people have asked, and this I'm reading of Tanveer Rahman, which has just commented a couple of hours back, which is, bro, I want to know, is it possible for an international student of master's program to pay his own tuition fees by doing part-time jobs in Australia? Now this question is pretty valid. Even when I was back home, I had this question that, will I be able to pay? I don't really want it to be a burden on my parents, or I've taken a loan, it's like so much to pay, it's such a huge burden. Will I be able to pay when I'm a student? Now guys, 95% of students, and not even exaggerating, literally 95% of international students will not be able to pay their fees unless you're studying or you have taken a transfer to a course which literally has $10,000 a year's fees. Because the reason is, we can only work 20 hours a week. Now even you have got one of the best jobs that pays you $30 per hour, which still means that you're only making around $600 per week. So $600 per week, so basically around $2,500. Your monthly expense in all the city on average would be around $1,000. Now obviously $100 here and there, you would like to go to party, you would like to go drinking. If nothing, you would like to go out and eat. So obviously your expense is going to be, let's say $1,100. So out of $2,500, $1,100 is gone. So the max you can save is around $1,000 or $1,500, provided that you don't spend a lot of money. So you're saving $1,500. So in 6 months, you can save around $9,000. But still, to pay your fees by your own, it's very difficult. So second question now. Tanishka Gupta has asked a lot of questions that are very, very relevant. The very important question is, how much time does it take to get a part-time job there? And is it possible to go through the monthly expenses and save some amount of money? So obviously in previous question, I answered this question. Now you definitely will, if you get a good job and you work 20 hours a week, you will be able to pay your monthly expenses, including your rent, including all the party places that you want to go to and things like that. Now, obviously, you have to be reasonable. If you think that your monthly expense is more than $3,000, then you wouldn't be able to pay with those 20 hours. But on an average, your monthly expense would be around $1,000. Now, to get a part-time job, I have made a lot of videos. The card is just right here. You can go and later watch that video. It's not very easy to get a job. You have to do a lot of things. You have to talk to a lot of people. You have to apply to a lot of places. But generally, people get job in the first month or first 2 months. Now, it's not easy, as I told you. But if you work hard enough, if you go through all the steps that is given in the video, you will get a part-time job. Is international business a good course and has good scope of future, as I am a student with maths and economic background? So let's just keep a question like, your field of study does not match the field of study of your bachelor's. Now guys, whenever somebody asks me this question, I only give an example that think about those people who have studied engineering and then they're doing MBA. So obviously they haven't studied anything of Masters of Business. They haven't studied economics, accounts, statistics, nothing. But still they managed to do it, right? So if you have a doubt that whether you actually will get accepted or not, if you give a valid reason as to why the college should take you, they will take you. And a lot of people change fields. So in this case specific, even if you have not studied maths or economics, it will be difficult. It's not going to be easy. Somebody who has studied that before, it's going to be much easier for them. But well, once you have taken the course, you will have to pass it. You will have to work hard for it. Kamal Yadav has said, "You're increasing my confidence." Thank you so much. Thank you guys. All the positive comments. We really like it. It's like our motivation. It's like our gas for running the car. Moving on to next comment. Hello, this is Tanny from Chennai. I'll be moving to Melbourne this July. Welcome to Melbourne, Tanny. It would be really helpful to make videos of food available here, like staple food, about transport, and is it better to buy a bike or car, or try out simple transport. Thanks in advance. Now, hi Tammy, beautiful questions first of all. Let's go one by one. What is a staple food here? Like a lot of people, just like anywhere else, like even all the countries, you get Indian restaurants, you get Chinese restaurants, you get noodles, you get dumplings, you get sandwiches, you get Subways, you get McDonald's, like literally everything is here. So if you are worried whether you will like something or you'll not like something, you will literally get everything that you want in Australia. They have all kinds of restaurants. Moving forward to transport. Now, a lot of people cannot afford to buy a car in the first time that they come here. So what they do is that either they buy a two-wheeler, which is a bike or a bicycle, or what they do is they buy a motorcycle. So this costs around $1,000. And if you're planning to buy a car, then it would cost around $3,000. Obviously, you will get a car which is, I think it should be around 2003 model. You'll have to see whether the car is in good condition or not. But moving on to public transport in Melbourne, Sydney specifically is amazing. You have trams, you have ferries, you have trains, you have buses, you have everything. So, and it is quite well connected. So you guys really don't have to worry. Even if you don't buy a car or a bike or bicycle or motorcycle, it's pretty much fine. Your videos are pretty encouraging. Good work. It's by Somesh Panchal. I just wanted to know which course are you doing over there, and I'm a graduate. So which postgraduate diploma courses are most demanding in Australia? Please revert. Thank you. Now, hi Samesh, beautiful question there. Just wanted to tell you, like, important part is not to see which has good scope. Important part is that what you are interested in. Like, for example, there is a huge scope for people studying cookery, all the things that is related to cooking. But are you interested in doing cooking? Or just because it has money or it has scope or it has PR, which is permanent residency, you'll go and study that? Well, the important part is what you are interested in. And then see, because even if you are interested in, let's say, actuary or let's say rocket science, not a lot of people do it. So there is never going to be unbelievable, amazing scope like what management or marketing has. But because you like it, you're going to do something remarkable in that field. So that is what you need to find, that whether you want to do something that everybody's doing or whether you want to do something that you are passionate about. Another question is that which course I am doing. I'm doing Masters of Business. We have made a video introducing our hosts. So Justin and I both have introduced ourselves and why we started this channel and everything. We made that video when we hit 1,000. We are at 4,000, and in 6 months we are planning to reach around 15,000, and that's only going to happen if you share these videos. How much gap is acceptable for a study purpose in Australia? This is asked by Vivek Gupta. Hi Vivek, if you can show that this is what you have been doing. Like what I did was I was graduated in 2015, and later I was working for a year and a half or 2 years and then decided to come here. So I was able to show that this is what exactly I was doing, and that is why I want to study what I'm studying, and that's why it will help me. All the experience that I've had will help me. So even if you have a long gap, like imagine a lot of people doing MBA, they have gaps of 10 years or 5 years. In fact, majority of the university all across the world, if you want to study MBA, they ask for at least 5 years of managerial experience. I'm talking about the top universities in the world. So if you have a gap and you have done something productive, it can actually work out in your favor. Did you find accommodation listed on website, or you got to know about it through reference? Now Vedant has asked this. Hi Vedant, beautiful question. In the video that I've made, how to get cheap accommodation, you know, you have Facebook groups, you have flatmates, you have Gumtree, you have a lot of things. So I did not get it through reference. In fact, when I came to Australia, I knew nobody. None of my relatives live here. So I was surfing through one of these websites, one of those groups on Facebook or Telegram, and in that I saw an ad. And then the number was given. I called them and said that, hey, I'm really looking for an accommodation. I'm new here. It's just been like 3 days or 5 days here. Can you please tell me if I can live there? He's like, yeah, come check it out the place. This is what it is. This is how you have to stay. And I'm like, yeah, fine by me. It doesn't matter. Because obviously I'm not looking to stay in something very fancy, because as an international student I want to save money and earn as much as I can so that I can live a comfortable life. Another question is, wanted to know, is it a good option to move to Australia for graduation as I have completed my 12th? Now, even if you're moving for graduation or post-graduation, it kind of doesn't matter, because it's not that countries do not have good universities, that's why you're going to another country. You're going to another country because you want to have amazing experience, for the exposure, for all the experiences that you're going to have here, to meet more people from different countries. So it's entirely up to you. Obviously, before choosing your university, before choosing whether you want to come to Australia, whether you want to go to United States, whether you want to go to Canada, you have to do your research. But the important thing is that whenever you come here, the goal shouldn't be of to go abroad, or the goal shouldn't be of to go to Australia. The goal should be that I really want to study in good university. And that brings me to the most important and our last question, which is the cheapest university in Australia? This is very important. A lot of people have asked me this. In fact, a lot of people used to talk about the cheapest university even when I was back home. But the important part is not how much extra money you're paying by studying in good university. Because why is it important to study in good university is because your professors, your faculties will be of certain standard. So no kidding, you will be paying a lot of money. Like I myself am paying more than $20,000 for one semester, which is not quite affordable for me, but so what? I am doing that so that I get that quality education. People come here so that, you know, I just want to get a PR. But guys, ask this to yourself. You will get a PR. Let's say Australian government decides that I'm going to give everyone a PR and you got the PR. What then? What will you do after getting a PR? You think the journey is easy? It's not. A lot of people here, a lot of people that I know, they do not have jobs in their field even if they have PR. So guys, the important part is not to just come here and then, you know, I'll figure it out. You really have to see why you're coming here. You really have to think what exactly you're going to do after coming here. These are the questions that you should ask yourself before deciding that I want to go to study abroad. So you really have to ask yourself why you're coming here. Is it important to just get into the cheapest university, or it's important to get good education? Well, I think I'll just leave you to it, guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support showing to our channel. Don't forget to share our videos. Hit that like button, because the more like button you hit, the more YouTube shares and shows our videos. So hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and welcome to Melbourne.